my head's cut off. Oopsie daisies. And problem solved. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. It's a shorter stream tonight because I mentioned last night's stream that I've got an exam coming up on Monday, so shorter streams tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday night, so I can do a bit of study. But yeah, so we're gonna jump into Planet Coaster as quickly as we can and not muck around. Now, why, oh why? For some reason, my software is being a pain. You know, it can choose to do that, or it cannot. There we go. All right, Tim has a note, says, hey there, fella, long time no see. Nice to see you again, my friend. I hope you are doing well. How are you doing today? All right, so let's just do a quick catch-up for those who have missed out on the first 3 parts now. So we have made Sad Bob Ross. We have made the beginnings of a theme park. So, yeah, so we're doing... because of the shorter streams for the next 3 days, I will be extending the Planet Coaster series. So all thumbs up around. So yeah, we'll be extending the Planet Coaster series. So in today's stream, because we don't really have the time, at the end of the last Planet Coaster stream, we built this little gypsy ride here. I'm assuming it's a gypsy ride, and we were going to build a building around it. We're going to come back to that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to start structuring out more of the park, start building some more rides, and yeah, just kind of going like that. So Tim says, good, school's out. Ah, lucky you. Unfortunately, I still have some exams to do. Well, I've only got 1. Why did I just hold up 2? Yeah, no, unfortunately, I've still got an exam on Monday next week. Fortunately, it's Monday morning. So there will still be a stream next Monday. So happy about that. Yeah, no, yeah, so... Alright, so we got to try and get the positioning symmetrical. Tim says, I miss being here because you changed the time, and 6, your time is better for me. Well, fortunately for you, my friend, I have some good news in that next week we're going to be trying out some new stream times. It is confirmed that starting not next week, but the week after, I will have a new work timetable. And the good news about that is I'll be able to stream earlier in the day. So I will be implementing a new stream timetable. Yeah, next week we'll be doing some different stream times, and then the week after we'll be doing some different stream times. So I'll be hopefully bringing the streams earlier, so it'll make it better for American viewers to come and watch and hang out. So I'm really, really happy about that. It's worked out really, really well. PS4 Creator 85 says, hello, how are you? I am doing well, my friend. How are you doing today? Wherever you're joining us today in the world. All right, we'll get in the middle there. Awesome. Looks a little less like Bob Ross now, but... Or, alternatively, it's Bob Ross balancing a jug on top of his afro. Okay. So, we can... So, I reckon... Oh, yeah, I wanted to Google... Expand land sandbox planet coaster. Because it seems quite small. Anyway. May work, it may not. Tim says, I thought it was supposed to be Minecraft Monday. Unfortunately, Tim, that's where I bring some bad news. So we've had a little good news, and that we're bringing the stream times earlier, starting next week. The bad news is that Minecraft Mondays has been paused temporarily. It will come back. It will return. Fear not, my friend. It will return. However, recently with me not... I've needed to do some rebuilding. Wasn't streaming very consistently for a few weeks. And needed to do a little bit of rebuilding. So I thought I'd go back to... my roots, what made these streams great, and that was me, you guys, playing games. I love streaming with my friends, it's great. And I also just got really bored of Minecraft. I just got so bored of playing Minecraft. That I thought, you know, I want to stream some other stuff. And Minecraft was always one of those games where if I was doing a series like we're doing Planet Coaster, it would just be right bang smack in the middle, and it'd be a massive disturbance. And I don't know if you turn into the most recent Minecraft Monday episodes. They were a fuckfest. They were nuts. They were crazy. They were nuts, and just not fun for people. Really, not. I know they're enjoyable for me because I know my friends, and in the context of everything, that's great. But you know, otherwise it can get kind of boring. Tim says, don't you be playing Fortnite. Do not worry, I will not start playing Fortnite. I can promise you that wholeheartedly. I will never play Fortnite on this channel. Yeah, I will never, ever, ever play Fortnite on this channel. That is a promise. No matter if Epic come to me and pay me big money, I will not stream Fortnite. Right. I'm kind of thinking... this park honestly feels so small. Why can't... We surely must be able... In the chat, guys, if you guys know how the hell we can expand this land, because it honestly feels like we should be able to expand it somewhat bigger than this. Unless I missed a setting, which is actually quite perfectly possible. Hold on, actually, let's just check something. Because if I go to this one, which is one that I started a long time ago, so we're not going to be continuing this one. Is it me or is it... It's bigger. Look at that. It's massively bigger. So, I wonder... Maybe... Is it you can adjust park sizes or something? Tim Azano says, I will unfollow if you stream Fortnite. Do not worry. I will not be streaming Fortnite. That is a promise. That is absolutely, fully a promise. You must be able to... Well, all I can say is that is really disappointing that it's so small. My friend Joss says Fortnite's everywhere, you can't escape it. I have played in my life one game of Fortnite and thought, what the fuck is this? Honestly, I didn't like it. I did not like Fortnite whatsoever. There's got to be a way. City sandbox map. Planet Coaster. Small question mark? Maybe it just happens that maybe it's a case of that I just picked a sandbox map that was really small. When it goes to starting maps. Sandbox maps by size. Surely there's got to be some reason why this map is so small. What's this? Here we go. Tim says, how do I check followage? Hold on. There is a command. This is the command. Hashtag followed will tell you how long you've been... Oh, no. There's two. There's hashtag followed and hashtag following. Try both of those. There you go. Josh says, Battle Royale has gotten boring nowadays. It's overused. I liked Apex. I liked Apex Legends a lot. We streamed it. I liked it a lot. Anyway, let's not muck around anymore. Let's get back to the game because we only got a limited amount of time tonight. You know, I played Apex Legends. I liked Apex Legends. I didn't have an issue with Apex Legends, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed that, yeah, Fortnite's not my interest whatsoever. Right, we are going to build. Let's build some rides. Start getting some rides in here. Alright. Do little rides. And then if we can just get a couple of rides per little block here. And then we can do some designs later on. Yeah. Josh says, maybe you can change the size by starting a new sandbox map. Yeah, I think it must be a case of where some of the sandbox maps are smaller than others. I honestly did not think that through when I started this series, so... but my intention is, in the future, to... much like we're going to do with City Skylines, we're going to come back to City Skylines at a later point. And when we do, like, we'll do multiple series of this game, basically. So this is going to be the first series. And then, yeah. It doesn't seem... Oh, no. it just seems really weird that the park is so small. Hotels, restaurants, unconnected facilities, vista points, overview, graphs, ticket prices, park ratio and breakdown, finances, graphs, loan history, marketing history, staff, guests. Terrain. Painting. It doesn't seem like there's anything. You would think that I would be able to, like, just buy land. Maybe it's like under... Maybe it's under shops and facilities. Land. Buy land. Oh yeah, that's our monorail. I keep forgetting we've got that, eh? Tim has a note, says... Tim, why did I say the full name? You should try House Flipper. I've never heard of that game. But I will level with you at the moment, guys. Don't really have the money to buy games at the moment, unfortunately. Because I'm saving up for a trip to Japan, as some of you guys will know. So... yeah, unfortunately, new games are not going to be a... I mean, well, in saying that, I do have Crash Team Racing on pre-order and F1 2019 on pre-order, but yeah, unfortunately, I can't just afford to buy games, so that, you know, it's disappointing. Well, it's not really disappointing. I'm looking forward to going to Japan, I can tell you that much. Tim says, why Japan? Well, I'll tell you why Japan. Japan has a fantastic retro gaming market, and I'm a game collector, and one of the reasons I'm going over there is to collect a whole bunch of retro games. So I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm going with a friend, and we're going over to experience the country, and then I'm gonna go nuts and just buy a whole bunch of, you know, a whole bunch of retro games, and I'm really looking forward to it, actually. It should be a really fun trip. So yeah. Josh says, I have a game suggestion. Feel free to suggest it, my friend. But do remember, guys, game suggestions are not a given. It all depends on A, whether or not I've got the game, or B, yeah, at the moment it really depends on whether or not I've got the game, unfortunately. So, oh, I have a game. Oh, Josh, I apologize. I do get the joke now. Tim says, but I have a question. Feel free to ask away, my friend. Holy oh my god. Feel free to ask away the question, my friend. I'm happy to answer any question you may have. Where can I put this? Okay, we might not do that one for the moment. I don't want to do segments to the park. Obviously, we talked about doing different themes. So I'm thinking about like having the central theme be kind of more, you know, just kind of more normal rides, and then kind of having some of more, you know, some themed rides kind of out in different areas. Like, for example, this ride will probably put in like a space theme, or you know, this carousel will probably put in like a Western theme. Same with the Ferris Well, actually, the Ferris wheel probably fit in quite well in a Western theme. So, yeah. Tim says, do you have a girlfriend? I do not. More out of choice more than anything. Yeah, more out of choice. I don't really feel I want one nor need one at the moment. So yeah, that's it really. I mean, at this point in my life, you know, I'm fairly happy with how everything's going in my life, and I just don't really feel that I need one. So, you know, Jesus Christ. Just trying to think. I feel it may be time to start building a wee little roller coaster. Just a small one to begin with, because I've never built a roller coaster in this game, so I've got no idea how this is going to go. That being said, I kind of feel like starting strong. Let's build a hyper coaster. How do I get this underground? Doesn't seem like it wants to go underground. Alright. Let's get just a bit more station. Also, the station's the wrong goddamn way. Tim says, have you ever had one? Yes, I have. I've had a couple at this point in my life. Both were, you know, both were great girls. Had no problem, you know. And I'm still friends with one of them. We're still friends to this day. Yeah, we get on well. You know, some people say you can't be friends with an ex. I totally disagree with that. I absolutely believe you can. Yeah. Right, let's get a chain lift going. Is it too steep? How come I can't build it? Yeah. Josh says, so on the last day of school, I made an insult in class at I made an insult to a classmate for fun. Bear in mind, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, and he said, "I live life to the fullest." And I respond with, "Your fashion sense isn't." I quite like that joke. Alright, now, this is my first attempt at building a roller coaster in this game, so this is either going to go really well or terribly. I can... make it shorter, or is that as short as we can go? Nope, we can go shorter. So we are currently at a height of something. Right, let's... and down we go. No, let's keep it neutral. Extend the track out. How do I make it... there we go. Oof, boy, oh boy, that's gonna be a sharp ass turn. Can we go upside down? at this point, or not? Okay, no. Hey, that looks dope. Tim says, so I asked a girl out today. I said, well, good on you, my friend. Did she say yes? Come on, man, you can't leave us hanging there. Did she say yes? How do we... Ooh-wee! How do we get... We're going straight, relatively. A little bit that way. Josh says, I like how you barely made progress now. Well, you know. It's all about taking some time, my friend. This is my first time making a roller coaster in this game, so I'm kind of like experimenting as we go. Because I've got no idea how to make a roller coaster in this game. So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, hoping that this will work. That looks way too sharp. Huh. This roller coaster is either going to go really well or terribly. That second hill is... Oh, that's way too tall. Hold on. Yeah. Way too tall. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. Nope. Build that. It's this part we want to... Is this part we want to shorten up? Nope, because that's a fucking sharp-ass snap. Tim said, she wrote me a paragraph saying no, but she said we'll be good friends and maybe get to that point. You know, that is... Hey man, you took the leap. You know, to quote a line from Endgame, you took the leap, you didn't know where you were going to fall. You know, you made it happen. And that's all anyone can commend you for. You did well, my friend, you did well. And you know what? You had the courage as well. And that is something she will remember. That is absolutely something she will remember going forward. And it will give you good... You know, it'll give you some good... You know, it'll give you some good... we need to turn this to the right. Yeah, no. No, do that, and then... Okay, hold on. I'm sensing the issue here. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, bugger. That should be slightly curved. No. Oh, bugger. What the? My God. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this roller coaster is going to be so fucked. This game, really hard to build roller coasters in. Not easy. Let's get some helix coming down in here. Helix down left here. No, that seems way too sharp. Jossie, did you realize you could put the Ferris wheel in the middle of the big green square? Yeah, but I kind of want to keep... I want to keep as much space open just for... Sorry, I am seeing your chat messages. I'm just focusing on building this coaster. Yeah, I could, but... Yeah... I want the most flexibility possible to ensure that we have the most options possible. Okay, we want to start flicking that to the... Nope, way too... Wow, this is definitely going to be an interesting roller coaster when it's done. Start bringing it out of the bank. Look at that ending. My God. I'm sorry, we have to ride the coaster with that ending. Oh my God. How do I ride the ride? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Tim says, I recently had asked a girl out like 2 months ago and she said yes, and then a month later she said we were never dating and said that to everyone. Yeah, in all fairness, my friend, those are the type of girls you want to stay away from because they are nothing but trouble. And honestly, they are not worth your time. This roller coaster can only go bad. Yeah. Josh said make a sharp corner on the coaster to break the rider's spine because I'm evil. Well, I think that's what the ending of the ride is going to be. But we will change that, but we have to ride it with that ending because that's hilarious. Excitement building. Fair building. Okay, that's good news. Obviously, the more the numbers rise, the better. Bears in the green. The excitement's getting there. Nausea is low. This is going to be hilarious. Oh damn, the block brakes didn't work. Wow, that seems really slow. And here comes the next snap. Oh! Jesus Christ. That seemed really slow. Oh, wow. Surprisingly, it got all reds. Okay, well, we can't have the ending like that, unfortunately. No matter how cool it would be to do it, we can't have the ending like that. It is just wrong. Oh, there's smoothing tools. Now that's helpful. Oh, wow, suddenly that'll make the roller coasters a lot better, methinks. Apart from that little dip right there, that not so much. Can we, the question I have is this. Can we raise the speed of the, can we raise the speed of the chain thing? Because it seems really slow. Right, let's give it another ride and see what happens. Josh says, actually know how to break their skulls because they'll nail their head on the metal. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it just seems really weird to me that it just seems really slow. Tim says, girls are cool until they ask for some pics and want to chill like fuck. I mean, I do not surround myself with girls of that ilk. But then again, I do not know what American girls are like, so, I mean, they could be like that. I really don't know, my friend. If that is the case, you know, then that, you know, I'd hope they'd be better than that, but who knows? I don't know. These block breaks don't stop the train, which is just disappointing. It's probably why the train is so slow down the hill. Maybe if I get rid of that chain thing here. Build. Operations, customize, testing. Edit track, here we go. If I get rid of these block breaks. Yeah, if I just do that and see if that does something. To be brutally honest, I might even move this. Because I'm thinking there's actually better places we could have this. Angle snap. Right, move it. We might actually have it as part of our space locale. We're talking about obviously having a space section. We might have it as part of our space section or something. Right, now we'll turn on the angle snapping. Okay, it's not fully straight. Turn off the angle snap. And... okay. Cool. Right, so this will represent what do you mean intersecting terrain? What terrain is intersecting? Ugh. You happy now? Good. Right, so that will kind of represent the start of our space section. Tim says, you don't want to know about American Girls. Well, I mean, probably not, no, but, you know, they exist. Tim says, humor me for a second. Imagine JoJo Siwa in an MF high school bathroom dueling with all her friends, and some idiot comes up with a name like Jewel Siwa. I have absolutely no idea what you're on about, my friend, but cool. I honestly have no idea what you're on about, my friend. All right, let us start building on station grid. Oh no, we won't do that yet. We're not going to do buildings tonight. We're just going to do rides. Just gonna do rides. Da-da-da-da. We'll also change the colors because the colors are quite bad. Tim says, should I send 2 of my friends that are girls a paragraph for them to wake up to? What type of paragraph are we talking about? That's the question I have. What type of paragraph would you like to send them? And then depending on what the contents of that paragraph are, we can determine whether or not we think you should send it or not. Alright, now. Tim says like a best friend one. Sure, I mean, if, you know, if you think they'll appreciate it, then absolutely you should. You know, if you think they'll appreciate it, then sure, of course. You know, it's not a requirement though. You don't have to do it, you know. But if you feel they'll like it, then absolutely, go ahead. Alright, now, because this is going to end up being our space section, or our sci-fi section. Is there any sort of like sci-fi trees? The answer to that is no. So we will use our we will use our lovely, lovely trees to split up the areas. We need taller trees than that, though. Apparently not. If we just kind of split up the sections like this. Obviously, we'll get rid of those goddamn floating trees. We can't have floating trees. Cool idea, not great in execution. And then what we can do at a later point is we can have paths between the sections with different things kind of covering different, what are they called? Things you walk under when you walk in a room. Forgotten what they're called. Anyway, you get my point. Again, this game really loves floating trees. Don't know why, it just really loves floating trees. I mean, if you really want to be evil, guys, the best thing to do, original Roller Coaster Tycoon, you get a roller coaster that drops the guests and drowns them, or kills them on purpose. That's being evil. Best way to be evil in a theme park simulator is you get the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, you get the guests on a roller coaster that is either going to crash into a lake or just flat out crash and just kill them. It'll tank your park rating, but Josh said, but I don't have graphics card in game. Well, fortunately for you, the original Roller Coaster Tycoon is available on Steam and does not require a lot of horsepower in order to play. Bear in mind, the original Roller Coaster Tycoon came out in 1999. So, if your computer can't play that, I would be very surprised. Alright, so this section here is going to be our sci-fi section of the park. Now, did we work out how... Okay, let's do another test. Let's see if getting rid of those block brakes managed to, let's see if getting rid of that block brake sped up the roller coaster. Josh says, I think I had a stroke trying to spell game. I mean, you know. I used to be horrible at spelling when I was in primary school. Now I'm actually quite good at spelling, but I used to be horrible. It just, you know. The way that I always look at it is that sometimes it just takes some people longer. Really. Oh, by the way. I got this today. So, I did a little upgrade on my PC. I mentioned in last night's stream that, my wife, so in my PC, I have a motherboard without Wi-Fi. So I need to get a Wi-Fi card for my PC in order to connect to the internet because I don't have direct access to an Ethernet cable. But it was only a single band Wi-Fi card. So what that means is I can only connect to basic Wi-Fi, and that has a speed limit of about 300 megabit per second, which is quite fast, but still quite slow. Does it speed the ride up? Not really, eh? It seems quite slow. Anyway, I mentioned on last night's stream that I was going to get a new network card, and I did. Here it is. I got the TP-Link AC1200 wireless dual band PCI E adapter, and this thing is fantastic. Instantaneously, my internet speeds have gone up by 3 times what they were yesterday. So, I'm really, really happy with this. So, starting soon, we may be doing streams in full 1080p. But I'll need to do some tests before that happens to see if it will actually be able to handle it. And by it I mean my network connection. Right, that's going to be the main path for the sci-fi section. And then if we can find building material, scenery theme, sci-fi. Panels, but no walls. That's not a wall game, but we can add that to some walls. We need arches. No sci-fi arches, really? That seems odd to me. Anyway. Josh says, why aren't there guests, Parker? Well, sir, they're just unconscious. Just ignore the blood. You know that blood, just it's nothing, sir. It's not actually, no, sir, it's not blood. It's raspberry jam, sir. It's not even blood. Did I say blood? I didn't mean blood, sir. It's raspberry jam. Okay, so that's going to be our sci-fi section. Do you know what's annoying? Because I think we've built this monorail and we're not going to get to use it. Potentially, I don't know. However, I'm starting to think that given the length of the series, actually filling out this park might actually not be that difficult. But what we'll do is when we do the second series of Planet Coaster, probably later this year, early next year, is we'll probably do a larger sandbox map. Josh says, just ketchup, then explain the limbs everywhere. Testing dummies, sir. We were just testing out the rides, and they're just testing dummies. We didn't use real... In no way did we use real people, sir. In any way. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. We did not use real people to test these rides. Hey, we have a park rating of 757. Oh, you can't see it because it's covered by the face cam. Good job. Tim says, 2 paragraphs have been sent. Good on you, my friend. I'm sure if they wake up, they'll love to see that. Alright, so quickly before we wrap up this evening's stream, let us very quickly, let's save this blueprint. Modern shops. Modern shops. What the fuck do you want? There you go. Right, and then we can use that over here, because we'll build it again at both ends of the park. Where's my blueprints? Thank you. Got to rotate it slightly. Beautiful. Josh says, then explain why there's a man being used as a burger patty. Yeah, don't worry, sir. That's just a new horror, a new interactive experience we're trying for the guests, sir. We call it... Whoops, no, don't put it on Steam. Good God. It's just a new interactive experience, sir. We're trying for the guests. Can't fucking see if that's... Oh, that's annoying. Move. Get rid of the whole thing. Delete it, delete it, delete it, delete it. Fuck, that path's fucked. First of all, it needs to be wider. Reduce the length. Well. Oh! Hold on, will this work? Nope. Oh, but this will. That does. Awesome sauce. Right. And then actually, that will finally allow us to build the garden we've been wanting to build. Fucking awesome. Alright, right, I'll quickly read off these last comments before we end for the night. Tim says, yeah, especially because one of them have been getting bullied because they dated someone who was popular and they think they're doing it for popularity, and I thought it'd be nice to do that. Yeah, that's always... People who date unpopular people, people who get bullied because of the situation your friend's in, that's just unfair to them because, your friend has been taken advantage of and that's not fair to her. And she doesn't know she's been taken advantage. Well, she might suspect, but she may also not know. She might be oblivious. Other people might realize what's going on, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she just knows what's going on. And it's situations like that which really suck. So, yeah, you gotta try and do the best you can for your friend, and I commend you for doing what you're doing, my friend. You know what? I've changed my mind. That looks rubbish. Because that path isn't straight. That's the problem. That back path isn't straight, so we might have to... Actually, I've got an idea. I got another idea. We'll do it next time. Josh says, have you ever tried to animate? I haven't tried to animate anything. I've been recently, however, recently at my job, I've been doing a lot more video production. So I've been doing a lot more graphics related stuff in After Effects. So you want to say that's a level of animation, sure, but I've never done any sort of 3D animation. Love to do some though, but you know, unfortunately I just don't have the resources available or the time really to put into doing it well. So yeah, anyway guys, right, so we're going to wrap up the stream. As I said, only an hour stream for the next few nights because of the exam coming up. So what do we do tonight? Well, we extended the park out a little bit over on the right hand side here with some new rides, a new path system. We will obviously be working on that. So there's going to be the center part of the park, and then we're going to split it off into 4 sections. We started working on this first section, which is going to be our sci-fi section. We've got our first roller coaster. Looks really good. It's a small one, but it's, you know, it should be a decent one that people, you know, we've already got some people lining up for it. So that's good news. Actually, one thing we will do quickly before we go is close it. Let's get... Wow, really? We can only have... Okay. Interesting. Alright, so quickly we'll test this ride and see how it goes. Yeah, so... in tomorrow night's episode, what we will do is we'll probably spend some time working on the design of this area here, making it look really nice, and then start working on the building for the roller coaster in the sci-fi section. See how long that takes us to tomorrow night, and then, yeah, so, yeah, so make sure, guys, if you are new here, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you consider following or maybe even subscribing. If you're a returning viewer, make sure you do share the channel, guys. It's much appreciated. Let's get as many people in and build our little ever-growing community. Make sure you follow me on all the various social media, at Jared_Hasten. Add me on all the various gaming platforms at Bud4211. Join the Discord. Yeah, any support you can show me is greatly appreciated, guys. So yeah, but until tomorrow night, guys, I shall see you later. Farewell.